Hello, hello. How's everybody doing this evening? So tonight you see two faces, shining chocolate, beautifulness, all of that lusciousness, that Tech Tony and Dr. Kroom. Yes, we are the three wise, two of the three wise pet pros. And so tonight we are here and we're going to just get going. We're not going to wait for any eyes to pop up. Okay, 32 seconds in. But introduction to who I am and who we are. I'm Vet Tech Tony. I am a holistic vet tech. I work with Dr. Kroom Mobile Vet Service. That Dr. Kroom right there. And Dr. Kroom is a holistic veterinarian here in West Michigan, and she does chiropractic services along with Chinese herbs. So, with that being said, the Three Wise Pet Pros, we are here to educate, learn, have fun, and just be a tool for you all to hear what we have to say. I was going to say something else. That's why that sounded odd. So there's no cue cards.
We don't need them.
Right. So the Three Wise Pet Pros tonight, I will let Dr. Kroom give our introduction on our topic for tonight.
All right. I caught it. Tonight, welcome everybody. Tonight we're going to be talking about a topic that is near and dear to a lot of dog owners, but not all dog owners and dog lovers. Specifically, large breed dogs. That's right. Large breed dogs. A lot of times we talk about all dogs together, when we discuss the canine variety, and we try to find those similarities and say, okay, we need to do this and this for all dogs. But tonight we're going to separate it out. We're going to separate those little ankle biters and talk about that another week. And this week is going to be all about our larger breed dogs, the pros and cons. Okay.
Yes.
So let's get into it. Now, if you're here with us, again, we ask that you put your name in the chat if you're not already logged in and signed in and stuff. Let us know you're here. We're very glad to see you. Let's see. We have a comment over here. Hey, Robert, Crazy Air Homes. You're a staple around here. You should get a prize. Wow, there it is. And then, let's see who we got over here. Hello, Thomas White. How you doing?
Hey, Thomas.
Sir. You don't have any big, large breed dogs, Thomas, but I noticed that you've been checking in with our Three Wise Pet Pros, and we appreciate that local support around here. So thank you so much. Tonight, like I said, everything about the large breed dogs. As a matter of fact, I made a little ticker. Yep. Boom. we got to use all our tools at our disposal so that
large breed dogs.
They know what we're talking about. Hello, Rashid Williams. Good to see you tonight. So let's talk about this first, point of the dogs. I'm going to put this next little banner up. Tony, and I'm going to throw it back to you. Can you talk about, let's see, how about we talk about, this one.
Large breed dogs. More to love. Pooper.
And more to Pooper Scooper.
Pooper Scooper. Oh, it didn't help at the same time when text came and then dropped down in front of me, and I was like,
oh, okay.
Right. So, oh my goodness, large breed dog. So, if you don't know, you're about ready to find out that I have Kaori. And Kaori, German Shepherd, is the German Shepherd, and German Shepherds can be big. Like, they can be like 100 and some pounds, 100 and 120 pounds. They can be pretty big. But my little Kaori, she hasn't gotten there yet. But she's still so much to love. She's one of the bigger dogs that I've had in regards to like Real, who's under me, who's about 20 pounds. So, and more fluff than anything. But having a big dog, personally, is like they really is like they lay up next to you, and it's like a buddy, a companion. And I'm no jokes, all pun aside, like for real, like a large dog breed is your like your road dog. Like when you walk with them, nobody's like questioning, is that a dog? No, they know you are coming. They know you have a dog. They're stepping off the sidewalk because they're like, oh my God, it's a canine. It's a great big dog. It's a, they are done.
Imposing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if I got probably one of Kaori's hairs on my face while I'm talking about her.
Right.
But right next to all that love, yes, bigger poops. Oh my goodness. Like it's no like this grab, no, it's a duty. A duty. You have
Did
to
she really
stay
say that?
on.
Did she really say that just now? Did she really just say that?
It just
Okay.
came, so I just had to
Hey, it
say
worked. It worked. It was smooth. It was smooth.
I crack myself up sometimes, but yeah, you have to stay on their poo, because it's not like a little dog where it's like, oh, they can go like 2 or 3 days. No, if you have a big dog and they go poo, you know it. Like you see where the flies landed, you can see it. So lots of poop to scoop and lots of love.
That's right. Okay, so that was perfect. Now, one thing that Vet Tech Tony, you kind of alluded to there, is you're on the sidewalk and you got this big old dog and he's right there, and it's like, so this one will move right on to this because large breed dogs can be protective even without saying a word. Like, I got this little medium-sized dog over here. There's a little cattle dog over here nipping at people's ankles. She even nipped at Tony's ankle today. And she makes a lot of noise when somebody comes to the door because she's like saying, okay, hopefully you don't come in here because I'm little. I'll come at your ankles, but I'm still kind of small. Big dogs, they don't even have to say a word. They're just
Right.
like, look at me in this window. Look at this doggy in the window.
Like,
No.
I'm gonna go up there.
Right. I mean, so that's one of the great things I would say is a pro about a large dog is that they don't have to be aggressive. And a lot of times they aren't. They're the big babies that curl up and cuddle up, just like Vet Tech Tony just said. And so we don't have to train them to be aggressive, although some do. But as far as being out on the sidewalk and stuff like that and being around other dogs and being around, this is why you have to really figure out what you want, your large dog's job to be. If you want them to be a big puddle that's just in the bed and loves everybody and licks everybody, then so be it. If you want them to be a protector of your home, get them trained that way, But if you want some combination where they can still be out in society, then you have to be very, very conscious of that with your liability and other people's safety and well-being. Right. So dogs can be protective, even if not aggressive. Let's see what else. Tony, I'll throw this one back to you with, let's see. This one right here. Bam!
Joint issues at a young age. So yes. So when you think about joint issues, you think about older dogs commonly, but also with the larger breed dogs like Cane Corsos, the larger breed German Shepherds, Great Danes, Mastiffs, they can definitely have because even when they're little, if you look at them, their paws they're huge. And if they don't, how would that say that? Like, not like a maturing process, but if they don't learn how to walk properly and sit properly while they're young, like I know Kaori sits squared up, and has since she was a pup. So some dogs they'll like oh, you look at them and their legs are all sprouted out to the side. They look like a rug. That is not a good thing. That is not a good thing for a dog to automatically just lay like that. If they're laying on their side in there, sprawled out, is different than them in a stance and then just kind of like go like that, like a rug. Because what that is going to do is cause more strain and issues. Kind of like when you exercise and you like move the wrong way, you're hurting for a couple of days, you know, but you're able to verbally say, "Ooh, that didn't feel good. I shouldn't do that again." Where a larger breed dog, as a puppy, they're learning, and obviously they don't speak to say, "Ouch, that hurts." But at that younger age, they're also more floppy like, and it doesn't really affect them in that moment. But as they grow and they still do those same moves, that causes the issue. So I know Dr. Kroon talked about that on Monday. There's like shoulder joint issues. Their hips are common ones. Shoulders and hips are common ones, but also elbows and the knees and even the digits, the paws can have joint issues as well.
Yeah, and now we've got our third wise pet pro who has joined us. Welcome, Miss Nicole. You can definitely speak on this topic. You want to say
Yes.
a little something about the joint issues, and maybe just introduce yourself real quick and tell us what your background.
Well, I am Miss Nicole. I have been dealing with large breed dogs ever since I can remember. Um, Cane Corsos, I guess, for the past 6, 7 years, and they are definitely a breed to be reckoned with. And so when we talk about joint issues, um, I had a dog, Noble. He was going to be my rising shining star. And at 6 months, I took him to get his OFA scores and his PinHip scores done. And that's a pretty pricey
Test.
yeah, it's a pretty pricey test to have done. But I had it done, and I later found out that you shouldn't do PinHip scores until they are at least a year, because when they're kids, they're still wonky. Their joints kind of,
Yeah.
they're not formed, so they're kind of just everywhere. I took him to have those scores done, and I sent it to a breeder who was like a professional. And she's like, "These are the worst scores I've ever seen." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" She's like, "You don't have to put him down, but you should definitely get him out of your program." But seeing him as an older, I guess he's a teenager now. I see him because the breeder that has him, no, not the owner that has him, is taking really good care of him, but I can still see that his joints are kind of loose. Um, so he should not have been bred, which he hasn't, but he's still a good dog. Um, but at a young age, you should take into account that their joints have not really formed. It's kind of like a gangly kindergartner who's coming through the school and they're like running and they fall. And, by the time they get to third grade, it's a little different. So they can have those joint issues. Putting them on supplements after they are 6 months is a good choice. Um, Whatever supplements you choose, maybe you will choose something with chondroitin um, and glucosamine to lubricate those joints. Those are good. Those are good ideas to have. So large dogs can have those joint issues, and it can play a big part when they start aging.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you, Miss Large Breed Expert over there. You got a lot of knowledge. Hello, Mara. Hi, Donna. And good evening, Pamela. Great to see you. Also, Nicole Elizabeth. Great to see you guys here joining us talking about large breeds. Now, if you do have a large breed dog yourself, put it in the chat. We want to know what breed you have, what size they are, and what age they are. We really want to know that because some of these things that we're talking about uh, are going to affect you, or maybe be something that you've already dealt with, seen. or maybe we'll drop some knowledge for you too. So the next topic that we want to talk about as far as large breed dogs is, bam, they cost a lot.
Yes.
Yes, they cost a lot.
A lot.
I'll say it. I admit it. Veterinary bills can get up in there, can get up in that wallet. Like,
Yeah.
booyah. And of
Yeah.
course, we know small breed dogs are pricey too, but when you have a large breed dog, you just need more of the stuff. You need a larger size of the flea and tick, or a larger
Yeah.
size of the, heartworm, and more deworming medication. And, surgeries are going to take longer. Bags of food are going to go quicker. I don't even know how some of you breeders do it,
Yeah.
like when you have the large kennels and stuff. So I'll throw that back out to you, Nicole, and then it can go back to Tony as well about the price and stuff.
Yeah. Well, so as far as the vet care, I'll start there. I got a card in the mail the other day that said somebody, no name, because there are four of them. They're due for Bordetella and this and this and this. And I'm like, and I look at them and I'm like, okay, who's up next? You know, because I can't take all four. For one thing, they are too big to take them all at one time. And all of their temperaments do not allow me to take them. I have to schedule those appointments. Um, but just the cost that it takes to care for four very large breed dogs. All of them aren't even in the house, but when I am thinking about my day-to-day activity, it's a lot. It's it's a lot. I have one laying right here, and she's like, I am the queen, but she needs to go out, and the other one outside is like, but I'm the queen. Um, and so those pricey food bills, the treats, I literally have to think, am I going to Tractor Supply to get a dog treat, a smoked bone for $8.99, or am I gonna try to see if I can get something from Dollar General for $2.99? It's a smoked bone, but then I need to read the ingredients. How safe is it gonna be for my dog? It is. It's like having four kids here. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a serious business. Trying to go out of town, trying to it's serious business having large breed dogs. Like, for real.
Yes,
Like,
it
we
is.
all think they're the best, but I'm thinking every day, okay, I hope you don't bark. Yeah, it's always something.
Sure is. Well,
Oh my.
Tony, sending it over to you, just so you know, in the comments, Miss Radika said she's got an 80-pound Doberman named Lovey.
Ooh,
And I mean,
Lovey.
Lovey has torn up 15 beds,
Mm,
she said. So, yes. And then Robert Crazy Air Home said Shepherd Mix. So near and dear to your heart, Tony.
Right, right.
So yeah, what do you think about the cost? Have you seen some major differences between your small runt and your larger one?
Yeah. It's like
You're like, yeah.
even as vet tech Tony is just like 50% still don't make a difference when it's like, but it's still not lower.
right.
So it's but all because I love her, everything makes sense. In fact, when you talk about vaccines, I'm pretty sure Kaori is due because she just turned 1 this month. Oh, and the heat, like I know that's not. I'm gonna say this right here. So Kaori just had a heat. Oh my goodness, I don't know what it's like for a small dog, but I would assume that it's a little less everywhere. And like diapers, like I'm buying diapers for a dog.
Yeah.
It's like, now you're talking to adopt, spay, and neuter lady right here. So this was like my first time. It's like, so an expense buying diapers for a dog like my baby. It's like it's 15. I haven't had to buy diapers,
Yeah.
but I can't even like explain it without being like vulgar. I'm just like, it was a hot mess over here. It was a hot mess over here. And towards the end of her heat, I think we got it. You know, even Anthony was, because at first he was like, because he's her second handler, or should I say, he's her first handler. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Um, that so she wanted to go outside, and he would take a diaper off and then throw it away. I was like, ain't that my blood?
Yeah.
She can put that
Put a
back.
paper towel in there. Hello, Jacob.
Hello. But yeah, but then I was like, okay, quit penny pinching, because I don't want him to have to evaluate like how much is in there. If you
Right.
put it on there, I said, if you take it off of her, just throw it away.
Yeah.
But I am looking at different ways. So when she has her next one, so I can get some of the like cloth diapers kind of thing, something
Yeah.
like that. So hopefully that will be more cost effective, because we were also having to use tape to hold them on. And she was walking funny. So talking about joint issues, and she was like walking kind of funny. Like, I don't know what, like, and she was really good after, you know, a couple of times, like she was like, okay, come back inside. I got to put this on. But when she first started, she was like, what is this, you know?
Yeah.
And so we put tape on there to help it stay on there, and at nighttime. But towards the end, we got it. We didn't have to use tape. We got the right size diaper and all that. So everything became more cost effective in the manner of, yeah, like, okay, this is the one we need. Because I was thinking, like, we need a large one.
Yeah.
So, you know, she's a large breed dog. The medium size diaper worked better for her. So it
Yeah.
was a learning experience, and it's gonna come again.
True.
And then the food, her being on the raw food diet right now, that's obviously pricier. But
Right.
yeah, because if it was a smaller breed dog, the amount of food that it takes me to feed her in 2 weeks, that probably lasts my dog a whole, like Real, a whole month.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Hi, Kyrie.
Well, you know, you were just talking about the heat that Kyrie went through, and that can kind of segue into one of our last banners here, which is this one here. You could maybe start talking about that one and throw it back to Nicole as well. I think you guys had some thoughts on this.
Oh, bath time and having a long haired dog. So I know your Carne Corsos have a shorter hair. Kaori hair to me right now seems like it's about this long.
Yes.
It's not. It's probably
I
about
can
that
only
long.
imagine.
But to keep her maintained, having something on hand for in between, because I'm literally, like you just said about that heat, it was like little wash up time, you know, because she's a
Yeah.
bigger dog. I don't have a tub at home. Well, I have a tub, but she's not getting in my house tub. My house tub, like I got an outdoor tub. She's not getting in the tub that I get in. Not, and just in the bathroom in general, because like when Ray Al was, he's like a Yorkie Lasso, and he doesn't shed, but they do shed. And then Kaya, who is a staffy, her hair is short and like short, and I
Right.
don't like giving them a bath because it takes forever to get your bathroom clean.
Oh yeah.
So nope, I like the places where you can go. Um, um, Child, like we're not making any advertisements. So if someone goes there, just say my name and say Vet Tech Tony deserves a free wash because she said.
Oh, Lord. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Aaron. Great to see you tonight, joining the Three Wise Pet Pros. We're talking about big dogs. Arf, arf.
Yeah. So as far as giving a large dog a bath, when the puppies were puppies, as big as they could be as puppies, I would bathe them in the bathtub, just trying to get them used to being
Right.
doused with water and sitting in a place that they couldn't get a grip on pretty much. But they quickly grew. Like,
Right.
yeah. Um, so I started, and I hated giving them a bath on the patio and just kind of running water on their body, using a bucket, and kind of bath time quickly changed. Because when they were smaller, it was cute. You could blow them dry in the bathroom and you could wipe up everything. But now that they're big, you're like, no, you are not getting in my tub. Your body is as big as my body, and
Right.
this is happening.
And then when
So,
they shake.
and they shake. Yeah. So, bath time is not as fun, but it is something, even I think about, we have a new wash station at this pet place, and I'm like, I could take them there, but you still got to load this big old dog in your car. This is very different from having a small dog where you could
Right.
get 2 to 3 on your back seat. I can only take one. And if I'm taking Yoki, I definitely can only take one. But if I'm taking Yaya, maybe I can put, Cora on the front seat, but it still takes up space. So
Right.
that's something that you have to consider when you have large breed dogs. It's, y'all, with my daughter about to move back home, I'm looking around like, okay, she's not gonna want to hear these big barks in the morning at 5:30. Woo, 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 woo. Nothing's wrong with you. You just know that it's the morning time. You don't like being in a crate, so you go like, woo, 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 woo. So yeah, having a big dog, it's a big deal. Yeah,
Right.
right.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, Michael. Well, thank you. We think you're dope too.
Oh,
Um,
hey, Michael.
Thank you.
yes, he said this is dope. So this is what we've been talking about. For those of you who popped in later, we've been talking about large breed dogs, and some of the topics we already discussed have been, in general, how large breed dogs are just bigger overall, and there's more to love, but there's also more to scoop. Okay.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Did you
Walking
have some
around.
good?
I was talking to Tanera the other day, and I had Yaya on a 30-foot lead, 30 feet. And she decided that she just wanted to be right next to me. And I'm like, chick, you got 30 feet. You can go. And so when she did decide to go, she went to the neighbor's yard. And I'm like, oh gosh, okay, let me get a bag. And it's this big poop. So, you got bigger dreams, bigger things you got to deal with when you're dealing with these big breed dogs, these large breed dogs. But they have so much love to give.
They sure do. Hi,
Yeah.
Paul Frazier.
Hey, Mr. Paul.
Great to see
Hello,
you.
Polly.
We talked about how they need more room. Or did we? I don't know. We didn't. Did we talk about this one?
No,
No.
we did not.
Um, take it away.
They do need more room to exercise. So since I've been back at school dealing with that issue, sometimes when I right, because I love it. It's an issue I love to hate. So when I get home, I am trying to give the dogs run time in the yard, but I know that that is not really sufficient for what they need. They're so big. Um, Now, Cane Corsos they tire out easily. So it doesn't take a lot for them. They can get overheated, especially if their coats are darker. When the sun is out, they get overheated very quickly. But they are dogs that need to have a job, or they need to work, or you just gotta get them doing something. And I will say that I have not been the best at doing that, I guess, for the past month since school has been back in. But I've got to get back on it, get them back walking around the neighborhood, throwing the ball, just getting them some more exercise to exercise those joints that they need, that
Mhm.
natural lubrication that will come in, and just getting them moving. Because think about us. If we don't move a lot, what happens? We get stiff.
Freaky.
Yeah, we get our creaky bones. It's the same thing with our fur babies. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was something that I dealt with Kaori when she was in heat. Is that being in the neighborhood, in an urban neighborhood, South Side. It's like
Okay.
when she was in heat, and as people in general keep their dogs, in their yard, but I also know there's a lot of dogs that are intact in my neighborhood, and when a dog wants to get out of their yard,
They will get out.
they'll
So when
get
you
out.
say intact, what does that mean?
They, I was like, they have not been fixed.
Right.
Not specifically thinking about male dogs and putting myself in a position where they're trying to mount my dog, and I'm like, no. So Kaori hasn't been on a walk. She's actually, because there's still a period after they're not bleeding anymore. They're still in that heat process where they can get pregnant. And she's just one, first of all, and I don't want her to be taken like that. So I didn't put her in a position. So I took her in the car and we went to a park that like nobody was at. So a little more of a controlled environment versus walking through a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Chandra.
Hey,
go ahead.
Chandra. Something funny about, if you all have been following us long enough, you know that Yoki doesn't like anybody but me. But when she was in heat, she came into heat right before Yaya came into heat. And they were like two teenage girls, they didn't like each other. But Yoki, I would find her kind of flagging herself around the kennel of Aang, and I'm like, girl, he is too young for you. But she'd be like flagging and holding her tail, just kind of. I'm like, no,
being fast.
Yeah, being fast. So those are things you have to watch as well, because Tony, like you said, even if they're not bleeding, that time frame is still there. So you gotta really watch him. And he was like, okay, I don't really know what to do. I'm just a boy, but I know that something doesn't feel right. Yeah, and so all of that and especially with large breed dogs, I'm like, it doesn't take but a second for something to go wrong, and yeah.
Well, Katie Wright did just. Hey, Katie Wright.
Hey,
Katie.
Katie said, "I keep my bitches separate when they are in season."
Yeah, because they were so rude. I would bring Yaya through the den, and she'd be like, I'm like, she's not even looking at you. What's the problem? She didn't even she's not even right there. Yeah.
And then Katie also said, Sass had her first progesterone today for an upcoming breeding. So, yay! We can't wait. It's exciting. We want Sassy Sass to have some amazing puppies here in the near future.
So, Katie, do you wait until her second heat, her second progesterone?
We're like, okay, Vet Tony's gonna call you, Katie.
And Katie,
no.
I'm gonna be texting.
No, I just know, like, with different breeds, that's probably a whole other topic. So I'm not even gonna talk about that.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yes, so that's a good topic. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That is. I'm not gonna say none on it.
Right. Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Right.
That's a topic.
That's a topic. Okay. You got to come back for that, you guys. So anyway, I guess we're winding on down here. We had a lot of people to join us today, which is super exciting as we grow and grow and grow. Three Wise Pet Pros are doing amazing things. We love it. Dr. Chinera, Vet Tony, Ms. Nicole. We are the Three Wise Pet Pros. We're going to be here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern. Right, 7 Central. So I was like, Eastern. And we talk about any and everything. So we love it. Make sure you come join us next Wednesday, where we're going to have another topic. Sometimes we have trivia as well. So we had a lot of trivia type questions today that could get asked next week. As a matter of fact, should we have trivia next week? I think we should. I think we should too. So everybody that's here, hi Jamie Gordon. You need to watch the replay. Hashtag replay. Watch.
Replay.
Next week, we're going to have a Three Wise Pet Pros trivia night. And we
Trivia.
have prizes, actual winnings. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to go back over our last few videos from the past few weeks so that you can be in the know. You'll learn a lot, but you'll also get to win a prize. So,
right. Is anybody feeling fall breakish for the teachers?
Fall break?
Yeah. Is anybody wishing for fall break for teachers?
Oh.
I know
Yes.
we just started like 2 weeks ago, but
that's okay.
Is are any of our viewers?
I would love for you to have a fall break.
Thank you.
I would too.
I would appreciate it. I would appreciate
Just
it. Yeah.
Ready to stop. Yes. So
I will take us out of here.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I appreciate you. We appreciate you for joining us on this Wednesday night, talking about our large breed dogs, all things. We do it big when we talk about the Three Wise Pet Pros. We do it big. Come back to see us next week, each and every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Please don't forget us in the Central area. Don't forget us. It's very important. 7
Yes,
Central.
it is.
Yes, and watch the replay so when we get ready to do our games, you can be in the know and you can win some prizes. We send out very cool stuff because we are 3 cool pet professionals. Yes, we are.
We are. All right. Peace. We'll see you next week.
Peace.